Hello everyone. Today I'm going to play some games and some rapid games, and I will try to explain some of the ideas. Okay, so I will send a challenge maybe for 10 minutes. Okay. And I have got the first opponent from Croatia. Okay, so let's start with the d4. g6, so this is one of those modern defenses. Okay, let's play c4. And now I'm going to play knight f3. So most likely this is gonna be the King's Indian defense. There is also still a chance that opponent will play f5, and this is gonna be the Dutch. So I'm gonna play g3 maybe, the standard way. Knight f6, so most likely King's Indian. And I castle. And in this position, black has got 4 different variations, and c5 is one of them. After c5, I can play d5, I can transpose into the Benoni, I can play knight c3. Let's play knight c3. This is the main move. Pawn captures. Okay, I'm gonna capture back with a knight. After knight c6, I'm not going to accept that with my knight, because this is a very risky variation. I don't want to be in trouble. Okay, so I don't want to capture that pawn. I captured once, and my opponent got a very strong attack, so this is not what I want to have. Okay, so let me play e3. My plan is I'm protecting that knight, and later I want to play here. I want to develop my bishop, rook to c1, queen to d2, rook to d1. And later I'm going to attack in the center. This is a very simple plan for white to play. In case opponent captures, most likely I'm gonna capture back with a queen. Okay, I can capture with a pawn. Also, I think it's not bad, but I think if I capture with a queen, okay, let me double check it. I cannot capture with a queen, because opponent will play knight e4. I capture, bishop captures, and after rook b1 there is bishop f5, so skewer. So I thought that I would like to capture that with a queen, but I think I will just take it back with a pawn. Okay, bishop c6. Do I want to exchange that bishop? I mean, I can just play bishop b2, I can just play rook e1, because now I think it would be great to place my rook here. Or an alternative idea is to play d5, but I have to make sure that opponent has got no tactics. So if I play here, but do I really want to play with such a close bishop? Probably not. So what? So maybe just simple bishop b2. In case opponent captures, I will take it back with my king. Opponent plays d5. Okay, of course, if I capture, knight takes back, and you can see that I have got an isolated pawn. So this is not something that I want to get. What else? I can play here. I can just develop my rook, but then I will play with hanging pawns. So I also want to avoid hanging pawns. This is why I will push c5. So now you can see that the d file is blocked, and also I have got pawn majority on the queen side. I have got the pawn majority on the on the queen side. So maybe in the future I can bring that pawn forward. I can play c6 one day, and I can create the pass pawn. Okay, so what happens now? Definitely I'm gonna attack on the queen side, but I'm trying to think what opponent is trying to do. Maybe opponent wants to enter here. Let's just develop my queen. I would not be surprised if my opponent is trying to play e5 somehow. But okay, so what should I do? Push that pawn forward, bring rook to the c1. And that looks like a plan. Okay. So now what? b4, opponent is wanna play a5, I'm gonna push it forward. Let's go b4. Yeah, knight e4 doesn't work because I have got two pieces protecting here. If I were black, I would try to play e5, but now, okay, I don't see a way how black can do that. I can also play the f4 move, trying to block it, but I'm not sure is it great. Because I don't want to open my king. Okay, so after a5, I can play a3. Maybe it will lead into exchanges, or I can push that pawn forward. I think I'm gonna push it forward. You can see that that pawn is pretty well protected by the knight and by the queen. And you can also see that, if I'm going to attack on the queen side, I want to keep those pawns here. Because right now, okay, I have got two options. One option, I don't want opponent to play a3. I can play a3 myself, and that pawn is a little bit overextended here. Or another idea is bishop here. Also, I'm blocking that pawn. I also threat to go c6 and some kind of discovered attack. And I have to admit, but of course, what opponent will play here? Okay, I don't think it's such a great idea. Let's try this move. And I want to move my rook out of the diagonal, so there is no x-ray. Now I threat c6. So opponent most likely will bring the rook, I will play rook to b1. Maybe rook b4, maybe I can capture that pawn. Rook from b4 is protecting and attacking. So that looks like a decent idea here. Okay, rook b1. After e5, you can see that that pawn at c5 is also protected by the bishop. So I think this is definitely something good for me. Maybe rook c1, maybe rook b4. How opponent is trying to get opponent is trying to get a counterplay on this side. Okay, the question is h4 or not h4. If I play if I don't play h4, opponent most likely will try to open the king. If I play it here, maybe opponent wants to bring the knight. But is it something scary? Or maybe I can just play rook b4, I can ignore it, and after h4 I can just capture that pawn. Maybe something like this. Hello Magnicat, nice to see you. Yeah, let's ignore it. Because, you see, I don't want opponent to play knight to g4. Leads into some complications, so this is the reason maybe I'll try to play it here. Here rook takes. Rook takes, knight captures, rook a8. I think I can just play queen to b3 and I'm fine. But if I capture at a4, opponent keep possibility to bring the knight to the e4 square. So maybe a good idea, just to prevent that problem, would be to play f3. Pawn is restricting the knight, so knight cannot come closer. I know I open my king a little bit, but I think it's not bad. Okay, rook a5. After this move, takes knight to e4. But I have got knight to b6. I have got knight b6 anyway. So knight e4 doesn't work. Okay, so I think I will just accept that pawn. Now this is my natural color. Okay, so rook takes, okay. Now I think I can capture that. Rook captures and bishop b4. I want to remove that rook out of this place. And in case rook goes back, I think I can just play a4. Okay, I think that looks great. Okay, I will just play bishop b4. You can see that all of those squares are protected by my pieces. And now opponent maybe wants to go there, so maybe now I can use that idea of playing f3. Yeah, let's play f3. Or I can just a4 here, takes. No, let's play f3 first. And later I can move that pawn forward. So I told you right after the opening that I'm going to attack on the queen side, and now you can see that trying to push those pawns forward. Yeah, and I think this is gonna be the last plan in the game, right? Because I will put the a pawn forward and I will create the pass pawn, I'll promote. So that looks like a decent idea. Okay, so now opponent wants to involve the bishop. Should I be afraid of the knight? If I can play h4. It stops any ideas here. Or a4, knight g5. Maybe opponent wants to play e5 and enter somehow with a queen. Yeah, but maybe I'll start with the a4, and after this move I can just remove that knight by playing h4. Okay, e5. Opponent wants to open the position. Capture, captures. Okay, so opponent wants to enter. Should I be afraid of this or not? Okay, I saw that idea, but also on the other hand, in case queen captures, I'll just move my king back. Is it a big problem for me? I don't think so. If I capture that pawn with my queen, check, king goes to g1. No, I think I'm fine. Of course, I don't mind to exchange in case opponent captures, knight captures here. And yeah, I think I'm good. Okay, I have to move my king to g1. Pawn is protected. Maybe opponent will try to push it forward somehow. So what's then? In case opponent plays h4, because this is the last chance for the opponent. I mean, I can play g4 myself, and opponent is blocked. But then opponent will probably try to sacrifice. I don't like those complications. So what else I can do? f4, opponent will take it, and there is a checkmate threat. Or I can just bring my knight. I can also offer an exchange. Captures, queen captures, rook captures here. Or it's even, or g3 was hanging. Or maybe better knight e2. After this move, check, I'll take it. I'll lose my bishop, okay. So now I'm just thinking, what is the move that doesn't create any complications? Or I can just capture at the h4. No, definitely, I don't want to take it. You know what? Out of all of those moves that I considered, I think I like g4 the most. That pawn is still protected. You can also see that in case opponent sacrifices, okay, I told you opponent will do that, but I think I can just take it. Let me double check, but I mean, I think I have got no choice right now, so I will take it. But after knight f3, rook takes f3. Ah, okay. I mean, yes, it's a fork, so. And now I have got two minor pieces for the and a pawn. So the question is what to do. I can offer an exchange. For sure, opponent will not exchange. After this move, takes, rook captures. But g4 is hanging. h3 might be a problem. So let's offer an exchange. Queen f6. Should I take it or not? Because definitely opponent will try to bring the rook into the action. This is also an option. I can also attack the king with my pieces. Check. Or should I push it c6? Okay, my time is pretty low. I have to make a decision quickly. Capturing at b7, it looks, I don't want to be too greedy. I don't want to take it. Yeah, let's just go here. Opponent for sure will check me. I'll escape with my king. I think I have to escape with my king. And now I want to do some kind of checks. I want to use my bishop at c3. And I will just try to attack opponent's king with my pieces. This is the position that I can probably spend 15 minutes calculating all possible options, but you can see that I have got less than 2 minutes, so there's no time for that. I don't want to get the, even if I will get a winning position, but I have got 10 seconds with no increment, I'm going to lose. So this is why I decide to go there. I think that king is not very unsafe. After this move, what should I play? Bishop c3 doesn't work, but I can check. Oh, here, and bishop c3 will be a threat. So opponent cannot capture here. Opponent most likely will play what? Check me. Then I go there. Queen b3, I will just take it. So I can actually move my king forward. Yeah, I don't wanna checkmate opponent with my king. But after rook a4, I think I calculated that variation that check is a correct option. After this move, I have got bishop c3, which is a fork. So opponent most likely will go there, and I will capture here. Okay. And now I just need to be precise. But I have got a feeling that this should be win. So check first. Opponent goes there. Okay, I will check. Opponent goes here. Maybe this move. Or maybe I will just keep it simple. I don't want to complicate any complicated. I don't want to calculate any complicated variations if I can just get a queen. So I think this should be win. Yes, when you are low on time, it's better to keep it simple. And now you can see I still have got 1 minute and 30 seconds. So it's absolutely enough time to continue playing, right? With 10 seconds might be different. Okay. I have got the next opponent. Okay, opponent from Poland, from my compatriot. Okay, let's play French against him. Queen e2. So we call it the Chigorin variation. The purpose of this move is, of course, that after d5, pawn takes, pawn cannot take it back because pawn's gonna be pinned. I used to play c5, but recently I discovered that I can just play bishop e7, and later I can play d5, and that looks like a decent option. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play d5. d3, and you can see that position is going to transpose into the standard King's Indian attack. Knight c6. And knight d2, opponent should play knight f3, would have been better. Now I'm gonna play b6. I'm gonna play bishop b7. Later I'm gonna develop my queen to c7. Yeah, should I play it? Yeah, let's play here. And now I will decide whether I want to castle this side or queen side. I just want to see what white is going to do. After e5, I'll go knight d7 and castle definitely queen side. Okay, so definitely I'm gonna go here. Pawn is under attack. And now, okay, the question. Should I castle right now or should I start with this move? Because if I'm gonna castle queenside anyway, but I remember there was a variation that I played g5. The purpose is to play g4 and to get that pawn. I think opponent cannot play d4 because I will take it, takes g4. And I'm good. If I play here, knight f1, I go there. Can I play this move or not? Let's have a try. I think it does look pretty decent way. After h3, I'm going to play h5, of course. g4, probably h5 as well. But I think you can see that I don't mind that opponent plays h3. I think I just go there with the idea to continue with g4. I'm going to castle queenside anyway, so it's not a bad idea for me. In case opponent plays g4, yeah, okay, I think I could expect this. I would love to take it because I'm gonna open the file pointing towards the opponent's king. Okay, so I think I'm gonna castle queenside. Should I or not? Is there any other option for me? I think before I'll start to attack, I think I would just castle. Later I can double my rooks or bring my rook to g8. Yeah, I mean, Magnica does several openings like French, Queen's Gambit, Catalan. I created, by the way, like a opening repertoire on rocksolid.matbobula.com, and you can go there and you can check openings that I recommend. A complete repertoire that I recommend. Okay, so how can I attack? Definitely, this is an option. It's not going to be that easy to enter. What crossed my mind is also rook h4. Should I sacrifice a piece like this or not? It's an exchange. If I see captures. What else I can do? d4, does it make any sense? I know I opened my bishop, but I think that's it. Oh, another interesting idea is to maneuver my bishop, but that pawn is under attack. I can also play it here, so it opens my queen. Okay, that looks like an interesting idea, but of course e6 pawn is gonna be quite weak. So the question is, what is the best way for me to continue? d4 opponent, because d4, the purpose might be to remove that piece. I wouldn't be surprised if opponent closes that here. That knight also can go to the e4. So no, this is not something that I want to do. If I sacrifice at e5, knight takes, queen takes, bishop d6, bishop h2 gives me nothing. There is such a principle that says that bring more pieces. Bring more pieces around the opponent's king position, so I will try to do that. And later we'll try to bring my rook as well. Okay, opponent is trying to attack me. I think I will just continue. I will just stick with my plan. Yeah, I don't see any danger after this move or after b5. I'll just move my knight. Opponent has got two knights, so even if I remove one, still might not be enough. Okay, so now this is the last moment for me. Try to sacrifice that. Bishop takes, bishop d6. No, I think it doesn't work. So what else? What else I can do with my knight? d8 is available. a5 is available as well. d8 looks very passive, but it protects e6 pawn. And I told you that it might be a problem in the future, that pawn. If I want to play f6. So yeah, maybe I will play it here. So knight is actually protecting the pawn here. Yeah, this is, you see, I will try to probably play f6. It's protected, and I will try to use my queen here. Okay, opponent goes d4. So what, should I play it or not? Okay, I think I don't have to wait it. I don't have to wait anymore. You can see that protected. I think I can just do that. Of course, I'll be very happy in case opponent captures. I'll take back with a bishop. The whole diagonal is gonna be open. If opponent doesn't capture, I will take it back here, and I have got also f7 square for my knight. So I can also bring more pressure. Also, by the way, the f file is gonna be open. Also, in some positions, d4 is gonna be possible. So I think it does actually make a lot of sense for me to play that f6 move. Another idea, in case opponent captures with a pawn, I can also move back my bishop, and bishop can go to the g7 square. Okay. Hello, Liam. Okay, I think I will just bring my knight here. I don't want to take it. Yeah, I will just bring my knight first. Knight is protecting, knight is attacking here. Okay, I forgot. I completely forgot that now e6 is no longer protected. Because the variation that I was calculating was after takes, pawn takes, then knight f7. I completely forgot about that piece. But okay. Okay, so how should I react right now? Of course, I have to take it back. And probably with what? With a knight? Queen captures, e7 is under attack. King d8 and later knight to e4. I mean, I can capture with a bishop in case opponent captures. Then what? Yeah, that looks quite interesting. If I captures here with the idea knight e4, bishop here, but my king is a little bit in the middle. So I'm a little bit afraid of this. I don't want to have my king in the middle. So what is a better option? Like a definitely more natural move is bishop takes. Bishop takes, queen takes. Okay, I think I'll just go with my first instinct here. And after queen takes e6, I will consider this move, I'll consider this move with that threat. Or knight d6. With that intention. Yeah, let's play here. One threat and queen's gonna be trapped. Another threat here. After this move, rook e7 and queen is completely trapped. And also e4 square looks pretty good for my knight. Okay, now the question is, if I go there, is queen trapped or not? Of course, opponent can capture, but I'm not afraid of that variation that much. In case opponent cannot escape. Opponent captures, I would take it. You know, if of course an alternative move is here, but I think it's not that good. I can also capture, knight captures, but am I winning there? Don't think so. So I think let's just win that queen for the moment. Captures, I capture with a knight. And of course I have to take it back. Okay, I think I have to refresh everything. Okay, and opponent captures with a bishop. So what should I do? Most likely, this is the move that I want to play. Knight to e4. Is there any... Yeah, knight to e4. It's protected by the bishop. Looks pretty nice. Okay. And what to do right now? How can I attack? I can bring my knight here. I can bring it closer. I can capture here. This is also an option. Or what else I can do? No, let's just keep it simple. In case opponent captures, I will just take it back. Knight's here. So what? Maybe knight to e4. Materially, I'm down because opponent has got two minor rook and a minor piece and two pawns. So now, okay, what can I do? I can bring my queen here. Of course, I don't mind in case opponent captures. That bishop is important defender. Opponent plays c4, trying to open the king. If I capture, opponent captures. I can play knight c3. Looks quite interesting. Yeah, okay, I think I will just take it. Ah, but opponent will remove my knight. So then I have to escape with my king in such a case. Okay, because right now I'm planning to go here, and now this is also my threat. I want to do a small tactics. Okay, so knight c6, so my tactics doesn't work. So what, should I take it? Okay, let's just take it. So at least my king has got a wall. You can see that pawns are blocking. Opponent's pawns are blocking here. So what to do right now? Let's bring queen closer. This is also a threat. I cannot allow my opponent to push the d pawn forward. Maybe I can take it. If I can remove that knight also, that would be great. Okay, knight g3. Opponent wants to maybe go there. So and then I play here. Should I play it or not? Because if I capture, opponent wants to go here. Okay, let's play it. Is it a threat? Then opponent can go there. I think, you know, queen is protecting, stopping that pawn. I want to go there. I want to go knight e2 and capture that rook. Let's see what my opponent will play. Maybe I can also put that one forward. Okay, opponent is just playing g5. And now if I go there, king goes here, then what? Maybe rook goes there. Knight is under attack. Okay, let's create some threats. You're attacking, you have to create some threats. Now there is a threat that I will capture it here. So after this move, I'll just take it. Knight can escape somewhere. And then maybe queen goes there. Okay, so opponent captures knight e4. Okay, so now what? Opponent wants to play d6, but is the d6 such a powerful threat? Okay, let's play here. I know that opponent has got pretty powerful pawns, but I still have got my rook here. Also, I want to play queen to f4. Okay, so what should I play now? Opponent captures, I will just take it back. I think there is no discovery because after this move, I can take it. Okay, opponent stops. Direct problem. Can I take it or not? Then knight d6. So cannot do that. Queen c4 with a check. Does it make? Okay. But I have to escape with my queen. I definitely have to escape with my queen. Okay, check. Let's capture here. Okay. Knight d6. Okay, 48 seconds. I think this is the only move that I have got. Okay. Rook d8. I completely missed that. Okay, I go there. Our opponent can promote. Okay, I have got 2 pawns. Okay, I'm almost promoting them. Who's gonna be first? Opponent has got a bishop. So it's a little bit annoying for me. Okay, let's go here. I threat to capture. And check. Okay, this is, playing on the pre-move. Opponent has got more time, so yeah. Okay, I was not able to checkmate opponent with that. Yeah, I think that it was pretty interesting how I was. I had got 2 pass pawns, opponent had got 2 pass pawns, so yeah. But okay. Okay, I have got the next opponent. Let's take a look. Okay, now I play white. You can see that most likely this is gonna be the Slav. What opponent is going to do? Okay, so I will just develop my knight. After this move, I can play queen c2, I can play e3 as well. Let's play maybe e3. I wouldn't be surprised if in case my opponent plays here. Okay, opponent goes there. I think I can just play here. There is this threat. You can see I'm attacking both pawns here. Now I can go here. After this move, I remember there was the g4 move. Bishop f5, I think I can just go here. Usually black doesn't go bishop f5. Usually black can go directly bishop f5 or after bishop g4, bishop h5 after h3. But now I'm gonna promote, I'm gonna castle. I wanna play e4 one day. Of course, I see what opponent is trying to do. Okay, so I will just ask that bishop what that bishop is going to do. In case opponent captures, I can take it back with a pawn or queen. Either way is possible. If I capture with a pawn, I can later go, yeah, let's capture with a pawn. I have got double pawns, but I can easily exchange it. And after this move, okay, I will play a4. So I can activate my bishop. I want to use the B file for the attack. Okay, now I think I can just develop my bishop, and I will try to remove that queen. I'll bring this rook maybe bishop b4, trying to remove that piece. It would be great if I can place my bishop at the d6. Okay, but now opponent is attacking here. So what to do? I can go here, but then opponent knight b6. After knight b6, I think I have got bishop c5. So I think it's not that scary. Or a5. Opponent captures and queen's gonna be trapped. Opponent goes c5. Okay, so position looks a little bit like in the Ninja Indian. Okay, so what should I do now? I can bring my queen back, opponent will take it. I will take it, opponent takes here. So there's gonna be a free pawn for the opponent. My queen is not protected. This is a small problem. So maybe rook here. Or I can just take it. Captures, captures, rook captures, queen to d4, rook c8, I can just take it. So there are like several options how I can solve that problem here. Or just simply rook b5. Rook b5, pawn captures. Let's play rook b5. This is just the intuition. I'm not afraid of this move because I think I have got here and I threat to move my bishop. And that's gonna be a problem. I will now fix my pawn structure. Opponent captures, I can take it back with my knight. So what, c5 or should I take? If I take, I will help that knight to come closer. I don't want to do that. Queen b1. Or maybe just c5. I still think opponent cannot take it. Let's play c5. My rook is pinned, but opponent cannot use it. Queen takes a4, rook b1, and then I threat to move my bishop away. Yeah, let's play here. Or I could also go to this to the b3. But okay, I think more important is to attack that pawn. So now, should I take it or not? Or maybe knight b3? Then opponent takes. If I capture b6, pawn captures. Oh, let's... Pawn captures. Yeah, or maybe just a5. It's not a good idea for opponent to take it, but opponent will capture here most likely. And then I capture with a bishop, knight takes, pawn takes. I have got a pawn at c5. That might be a target. So what should I do here? Knight goes there, queen takes a4. Protecting that rook. Does it make any sense? Queen a6, I can just move my bishop. I don't think so. I like a5, but then b takes a5. Or maybe then pawn takes. Pawn takes. Rook goes there. Then what? How am I going to save it? Queen b4 doesn't work. Let's just keep it simple. You're not sure what to do, try to pick a simple variation. I was a little bit confused. I calculated a lot of different options, but I didn't like any of them. Okay, I see opponent is attacking my pawn at the a4, but now at least I have got some pressure over pawn at the b6. So what to do right now? Should I move my bishop somehow? And later my knight. This is a weakness, but opponent has got also weakness at the b6. Yeah, but I have to admit that this is... I was expecting a little bit more from my attack on the queen side, because you can see that it's there's nothing clear here. Okay, h6, so opponent is just waiting for me. What am I going to do? So how can I improve my position? I can activate that knight. Maybe knight at e5 is doing something. It's removing the defender, but opponent can just take it and bring another knight there. At least I can place my bishop at the d6. I think I told you earlier that it would be really nice if I can place my bishop at the d6, so yeah, maybe this is something that I can try to do here. Knight e5, and yeah. Bishop d6. Okay, queen b7. Okay, I think I can just continue with my plan. Also a5 was possible. Maybe I should have calculated, or maybe it was a trap because opponent wanted to go back with a queen. Because you can see opponent the b6 is pinned right now. So now I have to think how to use it. I'm gonna capture that. Knight d7, bishop d6. That was my original idea. And bishop there, maybe it's not doing that much, but it looks quite powerful. And now that move looks definitely more powerful. I mean, the question is gonna be what to do after queen to a6. Then what? Or maybe I can play rook to a3 first. Yeah, okay. If I go there, opponent most likely will play there. So this is the reason why I will play it here first. So my rook here is protected. I also keep an option to move my rook there. Okay, now opponent of course wants to take my queen. Of course I will not opponent to allow to do that. Okay, let's move my king here. Opponent can try to enter with the rook. In the worst case I can always go back, or I can just play f4 myself. Should I be afraid that opponent will enter with pieces? Okay, so what to do right now? Opponent wants to take it. a5, pawn takes, rook b8 doesn't work. But maybe, take a look, if I go there, here, rook b7 attacking the knight, I can try to remove the defender, and later I can try to play rook b8. But then opponent plays rook b6. So I think I have to play it here, protecting that pawn. I will take it. I think I'm gonna play f4, just in case, just in case I want to move my bishop. So this is like extremely strategical position. as you can see, g6. So both sides are just waiting. Black and white, they're just waiting. Who's gonna attack first? Now I can see that dark squares here are pretty... dark squares are quite bad. So maybe I can try to attack the king. Hello, Mr. Lugas. Nice to see you. So what should I play? Queen b4 and try to enter somehow with a queen? Or bishop e7? Bishop with the idea bishop f6. I'm gonna start with this move because it also allows me to enter with my queen somehow. So what, bishop e7? Let's just play this move. I'm not risking that much. At least right now, because if I play queen to e1, okay, is there any problem or? Opponent will try to enter with the rook on the second rank. Okay, so let's just calculate here. Queen goes to the h4. Queen goes to the h4. Or should I play e4 first? Or let's try to attack it like this. Why not? So I have got a feeling that very soon this game is gonna become more and more interesting. I think I'll bring my queen here. This is the move. I can also play here and put more pressure over. Let's play bishop g5. Opponent plays h5 most likely. If I go there, check, king g3. Let's have a try. I have got a good feeling about this move. I see that second rank is quite weak. But this is gonna be a race. Who's gonna attack first? So you can see that game from very strategical and, to be honest, it was quite boring. Now I think it became more and more complicated. I want to hide my king at the g3, and how opponent is going to stop it. Probably opponent cannot stop it. The question is, can opponent get a strong counterplay? Because if opponent plays f6. Okay, so opponent wants to protect it like this. I'm gonna capture with a bishop maybe. Opponent captures, maybe I will capture with a queen, so my king has got a safe spot at the h4. Maybe something like this. Can I play a5? The purpose is that in case opponent captures, I can go there. And I can have my rook on the 7th rank. Opponent has got a rook on the 2nd rank, so I'm jealous. I want to have rook on the 7th rank. Okay, opponent wants to checkmate me. So this is gonna be a checkmate or what? Here I move my king, rook f2. Maybe not checkmate, but on the other hand, I can sacrifice my queen. Okay, let's take it. Knight e4, king f3. Okay, I will take it. Powerful threat. I have got the only square. And I can sacrifice my queen. After this move, I can go there, check. I can go here, opponent captures my rook. Oh, this is a big mistake for the opponent. And now I can take it, or maybe even better is if I pin the opponent. No, opponent made a big mistake here. Knight d2, and it was very, I mean, I could move my king to another place. So now I'm gonna take it. Now this is easy win for me. And now I can just take it. So opponent can be upset because I think knight d2. I will check it. I will check it right after the game. I'm just curious. Was that a good idea? Because now I think it's a checkmate in 2 moves. Cannot stop the checkmate here. Okay, opponent still can play g5, so yeah. So maybe opponent is hoping for a stalemate or something. And I think I can set up even pre-move in the next move. But I will check what happens after knight d2, because I have got the feeling that the black was completely fine after this move. Okay, so let's go back a couple moves. Let's go back to the moment when my opponent made that terrible mistake, rook f2. I will just check it with the engine. So, because I think that was yeah. I can see that rook f2 is completely losing -9, because I can take it and rook a7. But in case my opponent plays knight to d2, it's 0-0, because I cannot move my king here, because you can see that now black has got the advantage. But in case I go here, there is knight f1 here, and that is just a perpetual check. So yeah, so opponent could get a draw, at least in this position. Earlier maybe opponent had more, so yeah. But okay, anyway. Okay, hope you enjoy those games a little bit. I'm gonna stream a little bit more right now, so next stream I'm planning to do on Wednesday. So yeah, so thank you and hope to see you then. Goodbye.